Rock Ice Arena in Dunnellon, New Jersey, where the New Jersey Rockets 19U girls are getting set to take on the Connecticut Junior Rangers in their 2021-2022 season finale. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo bringing you the action. I'm glad to do it for the final time this season for this group. Time marches on. Life goes on. Our girls get older and move on to different parts of their lives. And what does that mean to hockey? It means that for the final time, this group, constructed as is, will be together. And what the future brings, we never do know. So a lot will stay together in some way, shape, or form, but aging and all those other fun things, well, life goes on, and this is the last game for this group as they are constructed. Rockets wearing the home grays with black numerals and white trim, black pants, black socks, the black stripe around the bottom of the jersey, the white stripe around the socks with gray trim. The Rangers with a more royal blue than the New York Rangers, but they have a CT Junior Rangers in the sort of late 70s New York Rangers mode across their crest. They have white numbers. They have red on the shoulders. The white numbers I don't think have any trim on them. And the nameplates in some cases are white with red, and in some cases they're just white with letter. Ariellis Markland on the goal to your right. Liftoff for the final time this season for the 19U Rockets. PJ Jacobus with CC Nieves and Hope Minicello on the front. Rachel Lee and Lauren Fox, the defense pair. PJ tries to center it. Rachel trying to keep it in from the point. PJ sends it over toward the Rangers bench. Rangers have 2 goaltenders, but just 3 reserve players. They are a high-level team, so the Rockets will be in for a speedy contest today, trying to keep up with these Rangers. Centered in front. There's a save and a cover quickly off the bat. The Rockets will change it up, and they will send it out. Tomer Gajewski, Camarada up front. Hansen and Bruno at points. Rangers win the face-off and take it right through the opening right there. They're going to skate this 2-on-2. 66 over the left wing will skate it behind Ariellis, not looking for the wraparound, centering to the bottom of the slot on the right side, but rebuffed by Hansen. Rangers move it out to the point, slam on the brakes there, getting to the top of the circle, wrist shot, knocked down by Ariellis, whacked away by Bruno. Camarada will skate it up the right wing and dump it. He's got Gajewski with him. Rangers will pick it up there as the Rockets could not manage possession. Camarada was pressuring, and Camarada picked it off. They send it back in for a change. Looks like free change. Wrist shot goes off the end boards and the glass. It comes to the near side. Battle toward the point. Tillinghast over there. And Hines keeps it in for the Rangers. They'll send it around. Holly with it out of the corner. She'll try to shovel it in front, but she's rebuffed there by Camarada. Tillinghast has it, and she's got a little room in front, but not much in the back. Shovels it forward, and that will be an icing. Rockets lose the face-off. And I have a little, you two stay here. Nobody knows what I'm talking about yet. Rangers move it into the offensive zone after it's knocked out. Knocked away by Fox, and she'll bring it up the near side boards. At the next stoppage, we're gonna have hopefully a little something for you if the stoppage comes quickly enough and people don't have to get run out of here. Herzog picks it off. She's got the crew watching from Florida today, so that's the privilege of one of the Rangers players that I know from the rest of life. Oh, that one went just over Polly's stick, and that's a good break for the Rockets right there. Rangers will move it behind the end line. Coming down into the slot area was the puck, but Fox sends it away. Cece's trying to outskate Duthie. That one pops up, and a good job by one of the moms. And over here, we have our two clutch first goal scorers. Alex, raise your hand. Elise, raise your hand. Show the pucks. Did you both get your pucks? Oh, Elise's is downstairs. So these two with their first 16U AA goals today, coming up mighty clutch. Had to recognize. Good job, ladies. You're welcome. If you didn't get a chance to see that one, go check it out. The Rockets 16U girls against the Devils. Elise Clifton with her first goal at that level. Made a 5-2 game into 5-3. Loose in front right there and covered up by Markland. Made a 5-2 game 5-3. The Rockets 16Us in their finale earlier were trailing 5-2 heading into the third. Elise Clifton comes up clutch, starts the rally, makes it 5-3. Then the Rockets had gotten to 5-4. Herzog with a shot, redirected in front, sticked just wide by Markland. Then the Devils scored to make it 6-4 late in the game, and it was thought that all was lost, but with 42 seconds or thereabouts left, the Rockets got a goal to make it 6-5, and on the ensuing face-off, Alex McCoy, you just saw there holding up the puck, comes up with a titanic first career goal 10 seconds later to forge a tie. With 32 and a half seconds left in her season finale, she comes up with her first Rockets goal. And that's just a great story. That's one of the reasons why I love coming out here, and it's a privilege, and those girls and their parents were nice enough to send them up here to get a little recognition before they headed home. So I was glad for that. Rockets in their own zone. Rizzo on the dot. Can't win it. She and Lee with the trap. It's sent over to Rose Smith. Rizzo with Rose Smith and Tillinghast up front. Fox and Lee on D. Sent to the near side and moved in Renato. She's had the puck a lot, 66. Wrist shot knocked down by Fox, and it goes just wide. 12:25 left first period. Rockets 19U girls and the Connecticut Junior Rangers. Ella Herzog at the point. She tries to take a shot, but it's blocked away by Riz. Rose Smith chips it forward, can't quite get it out, and it's knocked back in. Rose Smith trying to battle with Herzog over there, but Herzog wins that one. Centering feed off of a skate, comes to the point. Herzog again, but knocked down by Fox as it goes through, and that's sent down. If it's not on goal, it's going to end up in icing, and it does. 11:55, period one. Rockets and Connecticut Junior Rangers. Rangers with 2 extra forwards, 1 extra defenseman, and 1 extra goalie. The Rockets with a relatively full bench, 2 defense pairs. Wrist shot redirected but wide in front of Arielis Markland. She stays in the down position there. She has somebody in front. Guarded there in front is Hansen battling and chasing around the puck here are the Rockets. This is a great possession type team. They're a high level team, the Rangers. Wrist shot in front, rebound goes in after it hit the post. So the Rangers jump out to the 1-0 lead with 11:27 left in period 1. And it looks like 5 is going to get that. Not sure I could make out the whole name. It's a long one. Kamarkar with Gajecki and Camarata up front. Lee and Fox on the back line as the Rangers move it in on the attack. Centering feed, a lot of Rockets there, so they knock it away. Comes to Herzog, who pinches in from the point. Gajecki knocks it forward and chipped out. Kamarkar in a foot race, shielded off there for a moment, and the Rangers will pick it up, take it around their own net, slamming on the brakes and reversing it to the near side corner, just out of view. Centering feed, Gajecki was looking for Kamarkar in the slot. Rangers bring it around, forced up the near side wall. Polly was trying to get behind the defense, and now after a little stick battle, gets it again but can't maintain possession. She'll get it and she'll send it down as the Rangers change whoever they can. Sometimes they're changing 10 seconds at a time. When you have a short bench, that's what you can do. And these are some really magnificent skaters and high-level players here. Centering shot in front. It was on the wraparound, swept away off the top of the crease. Herzog pinches in from the point. She'll skate it all the way around and into the corner, and now battle with Fox along the end boards. Rangers stay 3 high. That one knocked out. It looks like it's going to be another icing unless it dies on its end, and it doesn't. So that'll be a whistle and a stoppage of play. 10:04 left, first period from the Rock. The season finale for the 2021-2022 version of the 19U Rockets. Rizzo on the dot, Rose Smith in the slot, Tillinghast the other wing, Bruno and Hansen the defense pair. Rangers try to shovel it forward, but Hansen blocks it with the skate, shovels it into the referee. Somebody lost a stick and a glove. It was Bruno. Comes in front. Nobody's there marking anybody, but that's because Aaron had to hustle off as she lost the stick and the glove. So the Rockets make a decent enough recovery there as the Rangers move it around. Slot shot, knocked down with the blocker by Markland. Riz picks it up, tries to steer it forward, but the Rangers get it. Hines shot through traffic, right kick by Hansen. Not sure if she got it directly on the pad. She was limping a little bit after that. Nobody blocked shots like 9. That one is going to stay in the zone on the left point and come behind the end line where Fox is going to get it. Fox has to reverse it and go back on a double reverse. A double reverse and a flea flicker by Hawkinson. Oh, doctor. Rizzo down low, battling for it with now Tillinghast coming in as it comes loose. Wrist shot out of nowhere, goes wide. Rose Smith battling and shields her player off the puck. Hansen gets it and the Rangers are going to change. They'll send it down. It's going to go on net, so no icing. Fielded easily by the Rangers goaltender. They have plenty of time. The Rockets needed a wholesale change. Nieves picks it off but sends it in offside as she couldn't get possession. She was trying to do it with speed, couldn't quite do it. And they'll face it off just outside the zone. 8:35 left, period 1. 1-0 Connecticut Junior Rangers in blue and red over the New Jersey Rockets in gray and black. PJ on the faceoff wins it back to Aaron, who's going to hustle back to her own zone and in front of her own bench. Sends it forward, but a little too strong for Hope. The pace of play in this one is fast. This is what is going to happen when you are playing a team like the Junior Rangers. They skate magnificently, and they usually play at a higher tier than your Rockets, but Rockets up to the task so far, trailing by 1. Typically in games like this, what's going to happen to the team that's usually used to playing at the lesser level is they're often able to stay in the games defensively, but they find it hard to muster up a consistent amount of offense. Markland with the save with the piece of hardware underneath the mask that protects the neck. Rangers dominating the possession here. Duthie kept it in. Luzon with it now. CC protecting the point pass. Rockets had the front protected there. Polly in the corner trying to steer through traffic. Sends it out front. Knocked away by Markland. Chipped out of the zone. The Rangers were changing, so they have somebody back there. And they're waving. That one came in offside. Renato was trying to wave and wait and do what she can. Couldn't quite do it, so the offside occurs. 7:13 left period, 1-7-2. The shots in favor of the Connecticut Junior Rangers. 1-0 on the scoreboard. Kamakar, Gajecki, and Camarada up front. Wrist shot, kicked aside with the right pad by Markland. Rangers pick it up and skate it across the end boards. It comes to the near side point. Renato keeps it in, but battled with for by Gajecki. Camarada shields that one off, but can't gain possession. Renato looking, sends it low. Going behind the end lines and pushed there by Hansen, but still maintaining possession. Comes through the slot. Camarada picks it up. She'll try to stick handle past Renato. Chips it forward. Gajecki with it. Let's see what Lily can do. She sends it at the net. Kirsty was coming late. Kamakar was almost there. Rockets get it and send it across the end boards. It comes to the far side half boards. Kept in there by Camarada for a moment. Gets help from Gajecki. Sent in at the point by Lee, but not by enough. And Bruno gets it at neutral ice, looking for a move to make. Makes it, sends it in. Gajecki will chase with Camarada, trying to smoke out the Ranger on the other side. Rizzo's going to hustle to that, pick it up, centers for Gajecki on the change. Good no-look pass. Oh, Izzy almost had it and was behind the D. Riz will hustle back with Aaron there, covering the D as Rachel tried to pinch up. Riz gets through one, sends it for Izzy. Izzy comes in onside, couldn't get through one, and it's sent back into neutral ice. Aaron Bruno getting cheered on by her often teammates. Organizationally, the 16Us and the 19Us really bond together. It's actually so unique and so great to see. 5:17 left, period one. Rangers 1-0. Ripping in, wrist shot, save, covered up after the blocker save by Markland. And we see some of the Rockets wearing their jerseys of their teammates, organizational mates. Nothing better to see than that. Rangers win the face-off. Hope Menichello blocks the shot, steers her player off of there. Puck battle won by the Rangers, and they bring it out. Top of the slot, wrist shot, hit off of Lauren Fox and goes wide. Rangers buzzing, and they'll do that. PJ picks it up to Hope, steers it up and out of the zone, sent right back in for the offside. There you see there, bro. And there they are. Let's see. There you go. Representing. That's the Rockets for you. A great group of girls, coaches, administrators, parents, the whole thing, and hockey players. If you don't think that makes the hockey more fun and the road trips, then you don't have it right. You can hear the girls screaming for their teammates. Fox chips it off the end boards for Jacobus. She'll send it up the far boards for Menichello, who chips it forward and out. Cece's there. Rangers move it back. Picked up with speed by Jacobus. She'll hustle off for a change. Cece, wrist shot, can't get it through traffic. 4 Rangers back as the Rockets change. Coming late, Camarada can't get to it as the Rangers reverse it. 4 minutes now left, period 1 from Rock Ice in Dunnellon, New Jersey. This is a nice way to end it for the Rockets against a real high-level team. Even if they don't have their usual full bench, that one's sent down, and if it gets there, it's an icing, and Polly almost chased it down for the Rangers. She's upset that she couldn't make it. Rangers again, 2 extra forwards, 1 extra D, and they do have another goalie there if they want to play the 2-goalie system today. Kamarkar on the dot, Camarada in the slot, Gajecki on the left wing. Bruno and Lee, the defense pair. Rangers win the face-off and they send it out for the home run. They have a chance. Bruno is going to try to hustle back to clear the one-on-one. She will get there. They center it. Bruno knocks it away, plays the man, not the puck, and she's done that magnificently this season. Really has Aaron Bruno. Sent that one in, and it's going to be an icing. What a play by Aaron right there. That's textbook defensive hockey. And it's against a high-level opponent, which makes it even more impressive. That can be intimidating when you're out there against a team that can skate like the Rangers, and they just always seem to have somebody near the puck. Well, it makes it more important for you to play good, sound, fundamental hockey. The most talented team doesn't always win, and the most experienced team doesn't always win. Renato, wrist shot, a lot of traffic, knocked down by Markland with the blocker. Gajecki can't get to it. Bruno battling there. Camarada had the stick up there, and they're going to call her for the high stick as soon as they get possession. The Ranger goalie hustles out. That knocked away by Rachel Lee. I don't know why they didn't blow the whistle there. They blow it now. Now they finally did blow it. So they're going to call interference, it looks like. Interference, high stick, whatever it is, Izzy Camarada is going to go into the box. And in the defensive zone with a puck battle, and they do call interference, that is a penalty that, while coaches don't like their team to get penalties, that's one that you're going to say she's doing what she can to put pucks out of a danger zone. So not a bad penalty for Izzy, and she's playing hard and playing tough, and that's what we come to see from 93. That's what makes her such a magnificent player. Part of it, anyway. Rizzo and Jacobus up front killing. Fox and Hansen on the back line. That one sent out by Hansen. Let's see if she did it deftly enough to make that puck die on its end. Not quite, but almost. And she's discussing that with Lauren Fox over there, saying maybe she thought she had it. Same group out there for the face-off. PJ chips it forward. Oh, it goes to the bench. She and Riz might have been off to the races right there. Those two will look to score shorthanded, and they have done it. Not often together, actually, this season, but on their own. Those two have put up some shorthanded goals this season. Herzog off the face-off win. That hits somebody's head in front, maybe. I'm not sure. It looked like it hit somebody's head, but it didn't make a sound. Wrist shot score from close range. Rangers will double the lead, and 39 seconds into the power play, they make it 2-0 with 2:11 left in period 1. Looks like it's maybe Polly. She's leading the charge, number 7. So the Rockets will regroup there. 12-2 the shots for the Junior Rangers. Jacobus with Nieves and Menichello, Bruno and Lee on D. See if the Rockets can get one back. Hope steps into where the faceoff was won and dumps it. Rangers get back and keep their form. Sent to the near side boards. Jacobus tried to knock that one away, couldn't do it. Nieves and Bruno hustling to it there. They both get there at the same time. They get out of each other's way, but eventually a Ranger picks it up, and that's Renato. She skates it in over the right side. She'll come up to the top of the slot for Duffy. Knocked away by Menichello. Vociferously cheering are some of the Rockets who played earlier today in one of the most exciting games of the season. We encourage you to go check that out on the YouTube channel. Centering feed, Menichello for Nieves or Jacobus. Nieves in front, gets a little traffic there after she had it for a moment. Lee keeps it in at the point. Again keeps it in at the point, and once again keeps it in at the point. Nieves over there can't keep it all the way in. 1:10 left now in period number 1. 2-0 Rangers over the Rockets. Fox will skate through one, but Polly, is it Polly? I've been saying Polly. It's probably Polly now that I think of it. That one battled for in the corner. Plenty of Rangers there. Sent to the near side point. 44-second slapper knocked away with the stick of Markland. Rangers send it to the point. Heinz back down low, off a foot. Comercard tries to chip it forward, but it's picked off. Banging there with it. Wrist shot goes wide. It comes to the far point. Renato again. Sent behind the end line. Fox is going to get there first. Gajecki, near side wall. She's trying to get behind the D. There's a lot of traffic there. Gets to the middle, sends it on net. Stick to side, 11 seconds. Rockets are going to need to pick it off and try to get it on net, but that one pops out of play. And we will play 7.6 more seconds of the period. Rockets with an offensive zone draw. In some cases, you might think, hey, I can pull the goalie. In this case, you don't do it because those Rangers could win a face-off and hit the net from, any of them could hit the net from way back in their D zone. Rizzo on the face-off, had it almost won. Rangers send it out. Bruno one-on-one, 2 seconds and one. That will expire the period. The Rangers and the Rockets played once earlier this season, and at the end of regulation, they did run that same play, and they scored on it at the buzzer. Now, it wasn't a close game. It was a 5 or 6 goal game at that point. And nobody was going to begrudge them the extra goal that they might have put in. It wasn't sporting. They were just running a play. I mean, it was sporting enough. They just were running a play. And they were shorthanded even at the time, I do believe. So the Rockets should have maybe been wise to that, and I think in this case they were a little bit. Shots in the first 13-3 in favor of the Connecticut Junior Rangers. 2-0 the score in favor of the Connecticut Junior Rangers. So a busy first period for Ariellis Markland. And Ariellis has been brilliant, especially in the waning games here of the season. Spectacular in her tournament play and also in a 1-0 defeat in the Maha playoffs to Snyder. So we're glad to see number 2 doing her thing in nets. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button. And every time we're bringing you Rockets or any kind of hockey action or anything, sometimes it's coaches' interviews, it's all kinds of different content that we bring now and or in the future. If you hit the alerts button, you'll get an alert every time we go live or upload anything as well. And we are glad to have your support as things have really grown quite a bit since this started, as some guy having to go into an otherwise empty arena during COVID, and I had the privilege of being allowed to do that during the previous season and bringing you the action, and just so much wonderful feedback from our parents and families and players and administrators that we've continued it on here, and it's grown to a greater preponderance, and I'm glad to do it. Ariellis occupies now the goal to your left. 17 minutes on the clock above. Jacobus, Menichello, and Nieves up front. Lee and Bruno on the back line. Lift off, period 2. Rangers win the face-off. Herzog to Hines, but Nieves picks it off and neutralized with help from Lee. They'll play with it and neutralize. Poli gets it, and she'll move it in on the right circle, looking for a pass. He had somebody on the back door, but 3 Rockets to get there first. Saved by Markland and sticked forward by the Rockets. Jacobus was trying to hustle away with that one. Wrist shot, and that one is gloved down as that was ticketed for the near side post. Markland got enough of a look at it that she was able to glove it down. If you're just jumping in, the Connecticut Junior Rangers they're a higher level team than the Rockets are used to playing with, but the Rockets are hanging with them here. Rangers with a shorter bench. Rockets with a lot of grit, toughness, hustle, and no quit. There's a mouthpiece on the ice somewhere. Jacobus picks that one up.
gets into the offensive zone, fires it across, looking for somebody over there. Lee will hustle in at the point and send it down low. Nieves fights through. Comercar jumps on for Jacobus. Rangers battling for it in the corner. Minikillo over there. Can't quite get to it. Lee steps up, keeps it in with the leg. Hope there, looking for somebody coming down in. Wanted Kirsty, but she came a stride too late as she was staying back in a defensive posture. Comercar tries to get it. Can't do it. Lazan up the left wing. Lazan has Hansen back. She's going to take the wrist shot. Blockered away by Markland, but was not going on net. Sent through the crease. Poli's over there. She seems to have had the puck the whole game practically. She's got at least one, maybe two. Nice pick by Camerata. She's 2 on 3 here. Taking some ice and dumping. Oh, couldn't get the dump in. Renato got it first. Comercar waits, but not long enough. And the whistle on the offsides as it was sent in. Too early. Kirsty on the faceoff. Wins it to Lily, who sends it forward but can't get it quite all the way in. Whoa! Sent off ice. The Rangers coach right there looked like he caught it in the hand. Hopefully he's okay. He's like doing like a hit by pitch where, you know, you just run to first and you don't even shake it, you don't rub it, you don't do anything. And he's smiling over there. I felt like that one hurt. Either that or we're going to say, come on, man, you got to glove that down. Rangers bring it in on the offensive side, near corner, just a little bit out of view there. Hansen picks it up, got Comercar with her. And actually that was Camerata, not Comercar. Rangers get it in front, there's a big save on the one-timer. Looked like Luzon had it. In the slot, Poli wrist shot, fires it wide, a lot of juice on it. Comes to the near side corner out of view. Camerata over there. Comercar waiting for it to come out. It comes to the point. Herzog sends it low, but Camerata picks it off. Izzy's 2 on 2 with Kirsty. Izzy wrist shot sent wide. Kirsty on the other side. Lily there too. Lily's going to get this one. Wrist shot, stick down, left for Herzog. She'll curl around the end of her net and send it toward the near side boards. It comes up to Poli for Kelleher, who sends it into the zone. Fox missed that, and Arielis is just going to cover it up and take the whistle. Rockets will change. They'll complete their change, it looks like. Rizzo, Rose Smith, and Tillinghast up front. The 2 wings in the slot, Rachel Lee and Aaron Bruno on D. Rachel on the far boards. It comes out to the point. Georgie knocked that one away. Center and feed. Kelleher, wrist shot! That one dies in the glove of Arielis Markland. That's a stuff. She just got applause from the opposing team right there. That was a 5-star save, and Kelleher can't believe it. I think she and all of her teammates were about to celebrate, and Arielis, woof, with the glove. They do it again, wrist shot, knocked down in front, rebound, gets the left pad on it, loose in front, and she snow angels it to cover it up. 13:48 left, period 2, 2-0 Rangers. They have increased the shot count to 19-4. And that's not really unexpected. This is a high-level team. The Rockets are. Rizzo in the dot again. Can't win it. Kelleher won it so strongly that it's out of the zone. The 2 wings are hustling out. And sent again into the Rangers bench. Your coach saying, what are you trying to do there, Ella? Listen, in this game, it's going to be hard to get benched because you only have 3 people on the bench. But if you keep shooting the puck at your coach, that's one way to do it. LOL. Not really. They'll face that one off because of where it was sent out from at neutral ice. Kelleher and Jacobus face it off. Kelleher wins it back to Hines. She skates it right in front of her bench. They get onside and send it in, but Rachel Lee sends it out. CC Nieves gets through traffic for the moment. Needs a little help from PJ. The Rockets trying to get it deep here. Cece's got a little room, so she's going to steer it in around the circle on the right side. Renato is going to pick that one up. It goes to the point. Lee's going to fire. Redirected by Cece. Picked up by Hope. PJ gets it. Rockets are all down low. Wrist shot. Oh, there's a big save right there. No rebound. 3 Rockets get behind the Rangers D. Not very far behind, but all of them got behind. And that's a big save right there to keep it 2-0. So the goalies matching save for big save right here. And the Rockets will try it again. PJ up front. Hope and Cece in the slot there as Lauren Fox was cheating up at the point, and Francesca Hansen blocking in between. That one sent up the near side boards and comes through into neutral ice. Nieves now. The Rockets have earned themselves a little bit of room and time and space here. There's not much against the Rangers, but any little bit you have, that will potentially help you, and it certainly did on the last possession. Rangers are going to move it out 3-on-1. Hansen, and they must have just been intimidated by number 9 right there, because a team that does not make mistakes just made a big one that the Rockets were glad they did. They just mishandled the puck coming in, and that's going to happen even to the good teams. The Rockets will take it. See if they can capitalize now, as they've definitely picked up their play and their puck movement. Moved back inside the defensive zone, but with a sort of a passive forecheck, they have a little room to move it out to the Rockets. They send it in, but Herzog is going to pick this up and curl around again. She's been all over the map from Connecticut to New York to Florida, where the family's watching. That one comes all the way up, and I don't know if it's going to be an icing or if it dies on its end. And it dies before it hits the boards, but has enough juice to get over the end line for icing. 11:42 left, period 2. 2-0 Connecticut Junior Rangers over the Rockets at Rock Ice in Dunnellon, New Jersey for the last time this season and the last time together as a group constituted this way. Rangers win the face-off. There's the home run. Rachel Lee soccers it forward. Holy and Duthie are going to break in together, but Camerata on the back check. There's a head save by Markland. Gajewski. Here comes Lily up the left wing. She's 1-on-2. She'll get it deep. Shielded off by Herzog, but still battling for it beyond the end line. Now pushed up the far boards, Poli. Camerata picks it off. Lee sends it toward the net. It's in a gaggle of players over there and finally sent across the crease into the near corner, but up and out. Bruno hustling back to get it. She'll move it up just below us. Kelleher disrupted the rush. Camerata comes back to get it, turns and comes up the near boards. Heinz is going to get that turn. Was pressured by Rizzo out of picture. Rizzo gets it in neutral ice, spins through one. She'll send it at goal, but it's sticked aside, and she helped formulate the change of her line mates. Now out there with Georgie Tillinghast and Lily Rose Smith. Francesca Hansen on D fields that and pushes it forward, but Heinz steps into a lane. Heinz rushes in on Fox, wrist shot, blockered down by Markland. Far side boards, Tillinghast is there. She reverses it to herself, gets a little room there, looking to make a move, gets it up the near side boards for Rose Smith. Can she get it out? She can't. Luzon centers it, but the only one there is Lauren Fox, and she sends it safely out. That one is not going to have enough for icing, I don't think, as it's waved off well before. Eventually it did. Hansen keeps it in deftly with the right skate at the right point. She still goes with it. Rizzo drops back to cover her defense, and she better hustle back because it's going to be a 3-on-2 for the Rangers. Here come the Rangers. Renato against Rizzo. Gets around the outside. Rizzo battling for it. Got just enough of a piece to maybe steer the pass or adjust the shot, and it never went on net. Fox was back there as well. Hansen perched in front of the net and waits for the puck to come out of the zone. Luzon gets it. The Rangers change. They only have 3 extras. Luzon all the way down. Eventually into the trap. Rizzo can't get through one. Kelleher picks it off of her stick. Centering feed comes through the slot. Holy wrist shot. Big save, Markland. She got it with the right shoulder. It comes to the point. Rizzo picks it up. She'll take the icing. And actually, it's not going to be an icing because, oh, it is. Okay, the Ranger goalie was playing it, it looked like. Sometimes teams will do that. They'll bird dog you. And if you peel off or you think it's going to be an icing and you get lazy on the change, the goalie will pick it up and fire it down and catch you on the change. Jacobus with Menachillo and Nieves, the two wings in the slot. It comes to the middle and sent in by the Rangers by Herzog, but not all the way through. It comes to the near side boards, just a little bit out of view. Rock ice gives us great views of the goals, but in neutral ice on the near side, not so much. Nieves and Herzog battling for it. Nieves wins it toward Jacobus, but it just skipped under her stick. Lee picks it off at the point and sends it right back in for Menachillo. Menachillo is looking for somebody, not sure if she's looking for a point or for centering purposes, but Nieves jumps in, can't get to it. Kelleher grabs it, chips it forward. This is Luzon and Poli now on the left side. Bruno gets it for the Rockets, up to Nieves, trying to get through, sees Heinz there, Menachillo with her, sends it forward, a couple of Rangers back, hustling. Now sent near side for Poli. Poli's gonna turn and burn. Poli on the left wing skates in. She spins, sends it for 5, who has a long name that ends in it's, but I can't, but it's not clear to me what it is, so I apologize to you. 5, the lefty. Maybe somebody could help me out with that. Poli spins it back in. Jacobus is going to get there. She's got a lot of help, and it comes out eventually. Poli sends it across ice for Kelleher, who finds Duffy in the middle. Duffy and Camarada battle for it. Duffy takes it below the end line where she finds Bruno, and Bruno chips it to Lee, who gets it out of the zone as Herzog has to retreat. Ella Herzog through the Rockets logo at center ice. That's slam into the boards with Izzy Camarada right there. Let's see if it was just out of view. I heard the hit, but not sure if it was a check or interference. Let's see if we could see the signal. Camarada goes in, and they are going to call body check, looks like. So if you're not familiar to the game, body checking is not allowed at any level of the women's game. That's all the way through the highest levels. That doesn't mean it's a non-contact game. Rizzo and Kamarkar up front, Fox and Hansen on the back line to kill it off. The Rangers have a power play goal so far. Herzog can't get it through traffic as Fox knocked it down. Rockets trying to get this one out. Icing in effect at all times. Good job by Kamarkar to shield Renato off that puck and let the puck go out on its own volition. Rangers move it through neutral ice. Now they'll bring it up over the right wing. Poli has it, kicked down by the left skate of Fox. Fox chips it off the near side boards, but there's a Ranger there first. And a centering feed knocked down by the skate of Hansen. Wrist shot off the mask again. Rangers now move it in from the right side. Poli gets through one, gets knocked down by Hansen. They're pushing and shoving over there. No call. Rockets probably got a break there. Those two will battle in front, and it comes out of the zone. Ref didn't call. Hansen stepped in. She might have contacted the puck first with her stick and played the body, which would then make it a legal play, but it looked like a gap may or may not have been closed there. If she closed the gap to make contact, then that would be a body checking penalty. Hansen's just going to take she takes the slapper. She would have taken the icing there as the Rockets unit has been out there for the entire 130 so far. That's going to be an icing on the Rangers and a big break for the Rockets, who will get to change. The Rangers only have 3 to change. They'll change all that they possibly can. And with 5:32 left in period 2, and the Rangers holding a 2-0 lead, The Rockets will have an offensive zone draw. Jacobus and Nieves up front, Bruno and Lee on the back line, and let's see if they can pot one shorthanded to close the gap. 22-7 the shots in favor of the Rangers. They're looking to break out here. The Rockets managed to keep it in. The Rockets are going to draw a penalty here, or are they going to get the penalty? It's a trip, let's see. And Rachel Lee already heads to the box. I try not to call them too quickly because I've often been surprised at what the calls are. So a 5-on-3 for the Rangers for 15 seconds, at which time Izzy Camarada will exit the box. And the Rockets will hope to hold the fort for that time. It would help to win a face-off, which Jacobus does, but Hansen's clearing attempt didn't quite have enough on it. Hines will take a wrist shot through traffic, rebound in front, chipped over the net by Kelleher, centered in front, chipped again, big save with the glove! Jacobus is going to go out. She's 3-on-5! Jacobus against Herzog, 3-on-5, shoveled at the net, sticked aside. It comes to the point, Bruno chips it ahead. It's now 4-on-5. As Fox jumps out there, there's 3 defensemen out there for the Rockets. As they try to kill off 122, they make a change. Fox pursuing up front. Herzog picks it off in front of her own crease and steers it out. The Rockets now shorthanded have taken the play here to the Rangers a bit, surprisingly. Rangers Nieves is going to pick this one off, head toward the net. There's a lot of blue shirts right there. She's got Menichello with her. There's no extra forward. Yes, the Rockets are maintaining this possession. Pop-up goes to the near side corner. Rockets are maintaining this possession while killing off a penalty. They can't get complacent, though, because the Rangers need about a second and a half to respond. Karnowitz, I'm going to go with that, centers it off the break. Menichello will steer this one out. 27 seconds left in the power play for the Connecticut Junior Rangers that started as a 5-on-3. Poley will bring it in, onside and on the left wing. She tries to get around Bruno but can't do it. Carr now with Menichello up front, Bruno and Fox on the back line killing it off. Herzog keeps it in on the point, centering feed. They'll bring it around the circle. Herzog between the points. Wrist shot goes wide. Poley gathers it there. Rockets kill off the 5-on-3 and the 5-on-4. It's still 2-0. 24-8 the shots for the Rangers. This one sent down. It's going to be an icing unless that puck takes a crazy stop. Carr and Gajewski were making sure to be there just in case. 3:03 left, period 2 from Rock Ice. That means 20 minutes and 3 seconds left in the season for this group of U19 Rockets girls. Rangers win the face-off. It goes to the point and they go between points. They can't keep it in, so Hines steers it out with Renato. Luzon leaves it for Kelleher, who tries to enter the zone with speed, but Carr prevents that from happening, at least not with the way that she wanted it to happen. Lee battling for it. Carr comes down below the end line to help out. Near side boards, Camarada and Hines there. Centered, one shot, Duthie off the one-timer, kicked with the left pad and covered by Markland. Rizzo, Tillinghast, Rose Smith jump on the ice. Lee and Hansen still on the back line. Kelleher on the dot with Rizzo. Kelleher wins the face-off toward Hines, but Poley picked it up first as she was on the near side boards. Hansen chips it hard off the boards. Comes to Hines, wrist shot. Duthie was in front trying to use the feet maybe to redirect it. So if that had gone in off of that, I'm not sure if they would have allowed it. Looked like she was making more of the propelling motion trying to kick it rather than redirect it. Battled for below the end line. Riz hustles down, gets her stick held and thrown right there. Clear grab of the stick. Backhand shot. Markland knocks it down. Lee sweeps it away. Tillinghast battling at the point, but they keep it in. Poley, Renato, Poley now with it. Centering feed. Riz got a piece of it. It goes to Rose Smith at the point. She will bring it out. Here comes Lily Rose Smith. Her sister was the goaltender in the earlier game for the 16Us, and forget about the 6 that was on the board. She stopped 2 breakaways to keep it right where it was and earn a tie. Moved through neutral ice. Rose Smith and Rizzo were in the same spot. Hines manages to steal it from the both of them, and there's 1:10 left in period 2. 2-0 Rangers. Both goals in the first period. They have 26 shots to 8 for the Rockets. That means they have a 13-5 advantage for period 2. But the Rockets have kept them off the board for this period, and they have another minute to keep their defensive posture. Hansen's going to pick this up, send it forward. It's going to be on net, so no icing. Tillinghast hustling down, peels off, no whistle. Still peeling. Okay, and now they let the puck up. Heinz doesn't play it, and then they cover it again. So the Rockets will take the offensive zone draw here with 39.6 seconds left in period number 2. Bruno and Fox on the points. Jacobus on the dot. Nieves in the slot, at the top of the slot. Menichello on the half boards on the near side. A face-off win could go a long way here. Jacobus tried to win it forward. Nieves got a piece but couldn't get enough on it. Rockets got a shot added in that sequence, even though it was a long-range one. Nieves battling for it. We're under 30 seconds now in the period. And the Rockets have the deficit here and walk into the third with some momentum. Jacobus down low for Nieves. She's got Menichello in front. Sends it there. Backhander goes just wide. Nieves and Menichello don't need much. Bruno going to hustle down. Let's see if she's got, and oof, she was under a lot of pressure there and swept it away. That's going to probably expire the period. And it does. As we march into the final period of the season for this group of Rockets at the U19 level, we take a look at the shots. 26-10 for the Rangers overall. 13-7 for period 2, which featured no scoring. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we are giving you content from the Rockets or otherwise, you will get an alert. And it's not just always hockey stuff. That is games or live streams, although that's the bread and butter. That's what got us here. Try to bring you other content and some new ideas as we go along. And it's been a great season bringing you Rockets hockey from the 19U level and the 16U level as well. And for some of you that have jumped on from our Orange County West family, we appreciate your support as well. And even if you are not from the quote-unquote home teams, listening to the Homer, we've gotten a lot of nice words over the time from some of our visitors from the other teams, and it's very much appreciated. Even the ones that sometimes aren't as kind or as friendly when tempers have gotten heated. You know what? It's appreciated anyway, because it's all of our girls that are out there playing hockey and doing what they love to do and being passionate about it, whether it's your daughter, your granddaughter, your niece, your great-granddaughter, or your friend. We're glad to bring it to you and hope to continue to for the time to come. Kamakar, Gajecki, Camarada out there for period 3. Lee and Bruno on the back line for the Rockets in the gray jerseys against the Connecticut Junior Rangers in blue and red. This is the last period of the season, folks, and for this group together, constituted the way it is. And for the final time, liftoff, period 3. Rangers win the face-off. Renato sends it over to Poli on the far side, met there by Bruno and Camarada. Camarada tries to shift it forward, can't do it. Rockets enter this period trailing 2-0. Can they muster something else but a good bit of defense and maybe a little offense? Here comes a 3-on-2. Camarada brings it up the right wing, dumps it as she shielded off over there. Hustling for it is Renato. She gets to it first. Rachel Lee kept it in at the point momentarily. Bruno and Kamakar combined to keep it forward on that buttress of Kamakar's stick, sending it in deep. Rangers move it around their end line, but it's stopped there by Gajecki. Lily tries to center it for somebody, but a Ranger gets there first. Izzy battling for it along the boards over there. Stick's getting high with Poli, but just in a puck battle way. Kamakar waiting for that one to come back, but Camarada sent it forward. Got it into the zone, but the Rangers bring it back out. Chipped off the near side boards. Gajecki had one to beat. That one looked like it was sent off, possibly above the boards, but stays in. Kirsty picks it up. 1-on-4-5. Wrist shot gets knocked away by Hanowitz. Centered in front. Oh, a loose puck bounded there. Good stop and cover up by the Rangers goaltender. So the Rockets get the first shot of period 3, and they will change up. PJ in the slot, CC, PJ on the dot, CC in the slot, Hope on the half boards. Rangers win the face-off, they send it out, Fox keeps it up, and there's one behind the D, CC trying to get it down to Hope. That's the risk that the Rangers run. It's a great offensive play if you connect because you're getting a breakaway. But boy, if you don't, you are putting somebody behind the D with a free shot. Now you could play that way if you have a fantastic goalie. Perhaps, but even the goalies are going to say, hey, what are you doing to me here? Give me a little help. You leave Hope Menichello on the top of the slot. I don't know a goalie anywhere who's going to say, hey, let me do this. Oh, one of the Rangers falls over there, so the Renatos are going to get a little fine in the Kangaroo Court. Hope now on the dot. PJ in the slot. CC on the near side boards. Jumps in after Hope wins the faceoff. Oh, PJ was just a little bit below. The Rangers are going to break out 2-on-2. Luzon right down the middle. Sends it to the far corner. Oh, there's a push shrugged off Jacobus right there with the elbow, but no call. So they've let it go either way. Menichello and Nieves break in 2-on-4. Battling for it along the far boards, but can't hold it and allows a change to happen behind it. CC tips this one. It comes and is picked off by Menichello. Hope looking still, looking, waiting, and sends it deep. CC is going to hustle there and get to it. Riz is right in front if she can find a battle. Riz is going to try to pluck that one out of Herzog's skates. She does, but she sends it up and Poli steps in. Poli and Bruno with a battle for it over there. Eventually won by the Rangers, bumping a ref there. Bruno hustling, still back, ever back. 14 minutes and 4 seconds left, period 3, and in the season. Here comes Rizzo up front for Lee. She sends it forward, but only Herzog is there as Nieves jumps off for Tillinghast. Menichello is out there still as well. Rangers bring it in, shot blocked by Bruno. Rangers steer it forward, loose in front. Bruno there again, and again and again. That one comes out to the point. Tillinghast, Menichello, it comes out of the line and sent back in offside. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 13:37 left in the season for the Rockets. Rizzo on the dot, Rose Smith and Tillinghast on the wings. Hansen and Fox on D. They win it back to Hansen. It's sent forward. Rizzo trying to get the break. It comes to Rose Smith on the far boards, and she tried to chip it forward. Rangers bring it in. Poley and Duffy, 2-on-2. Poley gets close. Wrist shot, rebound, and it's put in by Duffy in front. So that'll push the lead to 3-0 with 13:21 left in period number 3. The task just got a little taller for the Rockets, but let's see if they are up to it. If they got a little inspiration from the 16Us earlier, they found themselves in a similar deficit with a similar amount of time left in the game earlier today, and they managed to fight their way all the way back and forge a 6-6 tie. Let's see if that's in the offing here. Rockets regain possession in the defensive zone. Hansen looking for Camarada up there. Renato sends it through the slot. Poley picks it up. Luzon tries to send it at the net, and Markland covers it up after a save. Under 13 minutes now. Rockets have had a good performance here today against a high-level opponent. Rangers move it through the points. Wrist shot, knocked down by Markland with the blocker. Goes to the far corner, chipped off the boards there. Gajecki chips it back to the boards, and the Rangers pick it up. Shot goes off of Bruno's skate. She's been terrific. Really all the Rockets have played well in this game. The measure, again, is not always what's on the scoreboard or the shot board. Wrist shot goes wide by Luzon. Camarada's over there, chips it forward. She had Gajecki up there, but couldn't quite connect with her. Somebody lost a mouthpiece again. It's the same mouthpiece that was lost before. Comes to the near side now. Poley will chip it forward for Luzon, who will gain the line on the right side. Camarada breaks that one up, sends it out. Jacobus is there. Gajecki in pursuit as well. Rangers draw them back in and send it to neutral ice. Camarada breaks up another pass, so a good defensive shift by Izzy. Rockets ice it, and the Rockets will complete their change as a result under no time constraints with 11:49 left in the season. And a 3-0 deficit to try to overcome. 30-10 the shots for the Rangers. PJ on the dot. CC and Hope in the slot. Ranger one-timer goes wide. That was Luzon trying to get the stick on it, which she did, but it was redirected wide. That one chipped off of Hope's back and falls into the Rockets bench. So they'll face it off to the circle on the stick side of Ariellis Markland, who's had a very nice run here at the end of the season. Cece is going to break out one-on-one if she can. She's got Hope with her 2-on-3. Sent at the net and steered aside to the near corner. Renato sends it up the point. Fox kept it in for a moment. Hansen hustling back, chips it forward. Duffy there, waits for her teammate Kelleher to clear the zone, and that puck comes loose. Herzog back on her own blue line, sends it forward, but not through all the traffic. Eventually they get it into the zone, but they give up possession as Hansen steers back there. Gets it again, waiting for her teammates to move. She's got Riz on the opposite side, chipped forward. That one somehow stays in. Riz is going to hustle down and put the pressure on Poley. Poley reverses to Herzog. Herzog overskates it and turns right around. Riz is going to greet her behind the net again and forces the pass up the near side. It's chipped up between the points and carried out. Kenneritz. That's what I'm going with. I'm going to say it the way Fletch said his name in Fletch, maybe, a little bit. Rockets battling for it. Tillinghast shoved down there. Rizzo's going to skate this one out. Skated through neutral ice, drawing a little attention there and dumps it forward, but not all the way through. Looked like she was trying to dump it toward the net, but in a way that maybe Tillinghast could have caught up to it. Rangers skated in Heinz curling, looking for Luzon, but goes to Herzog between the points. Kantrowitz. Kantrowitz? Hard to see. Rose Smith looks forward, skates it forward with Tillinghast. 2-on-2 as the Rangers peel off. Dumps it, but can't get it all the way. Rangers going to try to take advantage of the change here, but the Rockets get themselves back on and have plenty of back check. Rangers moving in, 9:36 left in the season. They have a 3-0 lead over the Rockets, who would love nothing more than to start cutting into the deficit here in their final contest. This one's sent out. Kamerkar is going to race that one down before the icing. She's got Lily in front. Kirsty spins around the net. No pass there. Might have tried the dish. Could have had a little luck. Camarada, sharp angle, fires it over the net. Fox keeps it in at the point. She sends it up, but not through traffic. Rangers will now feather it out, and Fox is going to hustle out. Near side boards, Gajecki tips it in, so there's no icing. She took a little momentum off the puck and made it onside. Rangers will use their deft passing to break out. Broken up by the moment for Hansen. Wrist shot, low range, rebound there, off the save. Hansen kicked it away. Kamerkar in the slot is going to hustle out. She's got Gajecki with her, and let's see, she skates it to the wing, takes a shot, rebound, backhand, and it's gloved in. That's a big save. Lily Gajecki nearly had the Rockets' first goal of the game, but the Ranger netminder is up to it. She was sliding to her right. The backhander went high and to the left, just where you want it, but the netminder kept the glove up there long enough to thwart the attempt. 31-13 the shots. Rockets win the faceoff. Rachel Lee takes it between the points, reverses it into the slot. Jacobus, low angle shot, knocked down with the blocker, rebound covered up. Might have been the crest of the jersey, not the blocker. So the Rockets here they're putting on some of the pressure, and that's what they're going to have to do. 8:15 left in the third period. They trail 3-0. Jacobus on the dot, Nieves in the slot. Jacobus wins the face-off. Shot from the point, doesn't get through. Bruno will try it again. Actually, this time she elects to send it deep for Menichello. Herzog gets there first. Nieves will battle her. Nieves and Menichello, they are battling along the end line. Duthie as well. Duthie and Menichello. Centering feed, Jacobus at the slot, shoots it in front, chipped down and covered. Rockets putting the pressure on here. The Rangers with 2 forwards and 1 defenseman in reserve today. So the Rockets may be trying a little war of attrition. It looks like the Rangers maybe have switched it up, and they're trying to switch their defense pairs out more frequently and playing one wing. There's the home run pass. Let's see if it was tipped. If it was not, then it's an icing. So there's the home run pass. Bruno read it. Aaron Bruno, you know what it's like now. That's the feeling to be an NFL cornerback playing one-on-one with the Kansas City Chiefs, and Mahomes is throwing a missile to Tyreek Hill, and you better not let him get a step behind you. Well, that's what happened there. Same group out there, but Menichello keeps it in forward. It goes behind the end line. Heinz spins, goes to the near side boards for Luzon. Jacobus is there, maybe just a moment late, but didn't allow a clean break. The Rangers move it over the line right in front of the Rockets bench. Bruno knocks that one down. Renato, Luzon, they'll battle for it there. Jacobus is going to pick this up, send it up for Nieves. 2-on-1 with Menichello. Can she make the dish? Slams on the brakes, sends it through, but not hard enough. Rizzo jumps out for Jacobus. Good change up front by the Rockets there, cleanly. Wrist shot, knocked down, loose in front, still there. Butterfly, swept away. Riz might have gotten a piece of it. Oh, she was trying to send Hope off to the races, but the Wings need a change right there. Under 7 minutes left in the season for the Rockets. Can they start this thing by getting the 0 off the board? They'll get a moment to reset with 6:49 left on the offside. So the Rockets have picked up the play here, and it's reflective in the shots on goal. They've had 6 of the last 7 in the game to bring it to 31-16 for the contest. The Rangers will take a timeout and try to regroup here a little bit as the Rockets try to turn the screws and just do one thing at a time. The great football, we'll stick with the football theme here. The great football coach Bill Parcells said the first and most important thing to do in a game is get that 0 off the board. Well, when you're down 3-0, or even if it's 0-0, that holds true, but especially with 6:49 left in your season, if you want to have any aspirations of winning the game, then you're going to have to do that. And the group out there at forward to try to begin the task should be Rizzo at center with Rose Smith and Tillinghast up front. And the defense pairs have mostly been the same, that they've gone with 4 defensemen and 3 lines up front. The Rangers taking the time out here with just 3 reserves, 2 goalies. Not counting the goalies among the reserves. Markland has been sharp in nets. Her counterpart has been tested just under half as much, but Griffiths right now is the one who's patronizing the net to our left, and she has been up to the task with a couple of terrific saves. Rizzo, Rose Smith, and Tillinghast up front. Lee and Bruno on the back line. 6:49 left, period 3 off the Rangers timeout. The Rockets still have their timeout left. Jeremy Jacobus, the coach, standing in the middle with Henry Lee at the boards closest to center and Paul Landstrom at the defense boards. Rizzo wins the face-off with a little help from Tillinghast, and they send it in. It's going to go in on net, and they are going to cover that up. Rose Smith was right there in case the netminder was indecisive, and Tillinghast was as well. Rizzo on the dot, Rose Smith in the slot. Rizzo wins it, but Renato stepped in to steal it. Renato 2-on-1 with Poley, wrist shot. There's a save on the chest by Markland. Maybe the left shoulder, but it was up high and it was a good shot. Rockets are going to try to break out here. Rachel Lee will lead the charge, Grammy June. There's your granddaughter coming all the way in. Rachel in the slot. Oh, she just lost hold of it. Rachel is what we typically refer to as a stay-at-home defenseman, a rock. But over the years, I've seen some of the brilliant play up front. She can score, and she almost had a chance there. Rachel sends it forward to Georgie, who looked like she maybe got a piece of it, but that puck is going to exceed the end line for an icing. Boy, it stopped just 2 feet short of an end line. If you were a golfer, you'd like your shot to get that close to the pin and just stop. PJ on the dot, Hope and Cece in the slot. Tootie on the far boards, Fox on the side of the circle closest to her netminder. PJ wins it to Hope. Hope up for Cece, knocked back in. Why that wasn't offsides, I'm not sure, but the Rockets end up getting it out of the zone anyway. PJ up the near side boards, but it's sent back in onside, so Ariellis leaves it for Francesca. Here comes Hansen. She'll chip it up the boards, but it finds the referee's skates. Ella Herzog gets it back in her own end, loses it but regains, sends it forward, and now just below us, Lauren Fox sends it in onside. Rockets attacking with 5 minutes and 5 seconds left in their season. Jacobus has it, 1-on-4, sent at the net, knocked aside. She was looking for Nieves right there. Kept in at the point by Hansen. What a play by Francesca. It comes out of the zone. Jacobus toes the line, waits for Menichello to get there, leaves it for Menichello, but a little too much traffic. Hansen picked off the home run pass, sends it in onside as Nieves hustled to get her skate to the line. Camarada, and Gajecki have become the forward line now on a clean change for the Rockets. That's something that you have to do consistently if you want to stay in a game with a team as potent as the Rangers and as fast. Slot shot, save by Marklin. She got the heel of the glove on it. She didn't glove it down, but she got the part not in the trapper. Camarada's going to get this. Curl, take her time. Use the ice. Good rush by Camarada. Helps her players get onside. Cuts to the middle of the ice. Toes the line. Bruno gets out of the way. Gets it sticked away. Bruno waiting. Waits for her players to get onside and sends it in. Izzy, oh, she almost had it. Now pursuing from behind, Camarada. Sticks getting up in the air over there, but all good, legal, hard play. Izzy gets it, sends it in from center, and Kirsty Kamerkar, the first in pursuit, comes to the near side boards. They chip it off there deftly, and they run out the break. Luzon can't get it cleanly. Lee back there, tries to get through two, but she only got through one. Comes to the point, Herzog, wrist shot through traffic, right into the Rockets logo on the front crest of Arielis Marklin's jersey, and she lets it hit there and fall into her glove safely for a whistle and a stoppage of play with 3:15 left. The Rockets trail 3-0 as they try to get at least on the board and end the season on a positive note from there. It's definitely been a positive season for the girls and the coaches and the families. Herzog off the face-off win, fires it wide. It goes to the far boards. Renato's there. She sends it low for Duffy, who sends it toward the net, but somebody, it looked like Hansen, got a stick on it and came to the near side boards. Rizzo around the end line, trying to hustle through two Rangers, forces them to reverse it into no man's land, and it's centered in front. Marklin leaves it for Rizzo, who picks it up, chips it forward, and gets it out, makes it a foot race for Tillinghast. She's fresh-legged maybe compared to her counterparts, even if on a regular day she's not quite the speed skater that all of these Rangers are. 2:35 left now in the game. Big save by Marklin, rebound in front, knocked away by Hansen. She's had a strong game. Somebody's down next to the net. Fox now gets up. One of the Rangers gets up. Holy wrist shot. Hit Fox. And there's a whistle and a stoppage there. Pushing and shoving after the play. Let's see if there's going to be a penalty over here. Let's see what it is. Fox is going to go. Renato's going to go. Bumped into the ref by accident. And they're both going to get... Looks like they're both going to get a roughing call there. Rangers coach not pleased with the exchange there. That penalty box, the visiting penalty box at Rock Ice, very often difficult to enter. If you're the Rockets, you should make it as easy to enter as possible. Rangers are going to change up here. It's going to be, well, let's see, it's 5-on-5. I think they thought it was 4-on-4. They'll switch some positions. So with 2:17 left, 3-0 Rangers and the Rockets. Herzog off the face-off win, sends it toward the net, but sticked aside by Marklin. Centered, but nobody gets a stick on it. Herzog pinching in, takes a shot, and it finds its way all the way through a lot of traffic. Marklin could never have seen it. It went through the legs even of a Ranger player, it looked like. 3 screens in front, and it finds the 5-hole with 2:06 left in the game. It's 4-0 for the Rangers on the goal by Ella Herzog, 25. Rizzo will join Camerata and Gajecki. Up front, Lee and Bruno. On the back line, let's see if they can forge a goal before the end of the season. Rizzo comes in, sends it toward the net, but a little wide. She'll get in pursuit, picks it off from Herzog's stick, looking to center it. Oh, she had Gajecki in front, but just too strong. Bruno sends it low, but can't get it through the slot. Chipped forward by the Rangers. Bruno's going to have to pick this one up. Puck is on its end. Holy there, gets a little help now from Lee. Sent down. Gajecki will be the first in pursuit of Herzog. She'll try to chase her around the net, but Herzog slams on the brakes, curls, sends it to the point where Poli gets it. Poli will go through the top of her own zone and send it forward. Rangers moving in 2-on-5 now as the Rockets get back. 1:22 left in the season. Let's see if the Rockets can work a little magic before it's all over. Kelleher down low, wrist shot goes wide. The final 70 seconds of the season are upon us. Pushing and shoving in front. Camerata looked like she took a stick from behind right there. At some point, if the Rangers put too many players in the box, they'll only be able to patriate the ice with a few. They only have 3 extras here. Duffy will now go to the box. Let's see if she goes it alone or if it's a mutual thing. Camerata will go to the box as well. So things getting a little chippy here at the end of the season. And whichever way they called those last 2 sets of penalties, they called them even. And I think in the case of the first one, that might have benefited the Rockets. In the case of the second one, it probably benefited the Rangers. So all's fair in love and war, and certainly there's more important and emotional things going on in the world right now than this game, but they take it seriously. Rockets have 4 out there and now waving for a 5th, and that 5th will be Aaron Bruno. 65 seconds left in the season. Rizzo on the face-off dot now. Gajecki with her. Hansen, it comes to the point. Gajecki tries to keep it in. Rizzo there. She'll get it out. Looking for Gajecki. They'll try to break in. Can't quite do it. 54 seconds left in the season. Kelleher now will skate in over the right side. Hamerkar back to defend her and sends her behind the end line. Centering feed. Heinz wrist shot. Hits her own player in front. Loose in front. Chipped forward between the points. They keep it in. 36 seconds. Luzon will go low to Poli. 5-on-5 here. Top of the slot, Kelleher. She's got time, sends it back down low. Rangers are moving it around like they have a power play. Very patiently, Poli skates through a bunch. Backhand shot goes off of Markland. Picked up now by Bruno. She looks ahead for Rizzo, who can't quite get a hold of it. Rizzo's going to get it now. She's got, oh, she just missed Gajecki with the pass. Let's see if she can recover it in the last 5 seconds. Go crash the net, ladies. That'll do it. 2-1. There's the buzzer. And that will conclude the season for the 21-22 New Jersey Rockets girls 19U AA squad. They fall 4-0 to the Connecticut Rangers. Final shots 36-16 in favor of the Rangers. They'll shake hands now at center ice. And for the final time as a group this way, the Rockets will skate off. And they played well in this game. They didn't quite do enough to get the win against a potent high-level team, but 4-0 is a better result than the first time these teams played when it was 6 or 7-1. So that is going to do it for the final time, as we'll let you watch your Rockets skate off. If you like what you've seen, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we are uploading content or going live in the future, you'll get an alert. And to this point and for points in the future, we very much appreciate your support. Things have gone very well on the YouTube channel this season. As you see Coach Jeremy Jacobus skating off, and he gives a salute to all of you out there. Walking off with a smile, and can certainly be proud of his players for the way they played not only today but also this season. Here is in the background and walking out to your right, our scoreboard keeper George Tillinghast. Jen Lee, our official scorer, in the box talking to the referee still. Coach Paul Landstrom with the coffee, or tea probably, nearest to you, and Coach Henry Lee with the red hat. A season well performed by all, not always calculated in wins and losses and scores on scoreboards. Once again, it's my pleasure to have brought you a season of Rockets hockey for the 19U girls and the 16U girls. Thank you once again to all the administrators on the Rockets, coaches, people behind the scenes that we've all mentioned. And most of all, to the families and the players, your wonderful daughters that make it all happen. It's my pleasure to have brought you New Jersey Rockets girls hockey for this season. And for the final time this season, I would like to thank you. From the Rock in Dunnellon, New Jersey, this is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Rockets girls hockey.